Hello and welcome to the MTA Bus update of Next Stop News. Here's what we'll be discussing in this installment. We'll mainly be talking about Next Gen shifts, loans, retirements, as well as Conehead and XD40 deliveries, as well as some chicanery which occurred in the express bus department. Without further ado, let us begin. Regarding the Eastchester Next Gens 4141 and 4345, which were at Eastchester Scrap, have officially been sent to Long Island for scrapping. So, Eastchester's Next Gen total is now down to 7 units, listed here. And out of those units, 4247, 4487, and 4506, 3 units are still active, because 4247 returned to service, which did so on October 8th. Baisley Park received 8976, 8882, and 8986, 5 more Coneheads, increasing their total to 46 Coneheads and completing their allotment of 8964 to 9009. 8980 and 8971 were the last 2 Coneheads to be delivered to Baisley Park. 8980 was delivered on September 10th and entered service on September 13th on the Q110, while 8971 was delivered on September 27th and entered service on October 14th on the Q110, albeit untrackable. They gave 4165 to 66 and 4210 to College Point between July 29th and August 12th, got 4165 and 4210 back, then sent 4166 and 4520 to College Point from August 13th to the present. However, 4165 returned to Baisley Park on September 19th, while 4520 returned on October 6th. 4522 was even briefly loaned to Baisley Park between October 1st and October 9th. 4166 did bounce back to Baisley for a brief moment, but then returned to College Point as a loan. 4166 is still on loan to College Point as of now. JFK received XD40s 9312 and 9352 to 53, increasing their total to 42 long roof XD40s and completing their allotment once and for all. The last 2023 XD40 to be delivered and enter service was 9352 on the Q60 on July 26th, which arrived on July 25th, so it entered service the very next day after arriving. With that, all 116 MTA Bus Company New Flyer XD40s have been delivered and have entered service. They were delivered between October 13, 2023 and July 25, 2024, and entered service between October 20, 2023 and July 26, 2024. And just as it was on the New York City Transit side of the deliveries, we are now once again waiting for Nova to complete the darn orders when New Flyer is already done. In addition to JFK's XD40 order finally being completed, they also got 9026, 58, 9072, 73, 75, 77, 79, 9082, 9087 to 91, 95, 9106 to 08, 13, 15 to 16, 19, 91, 21, 35, 42 to 44, 53 to 54, 59, 64, 9170 to 9173, 77 to 78, and 9183 to 88, increasing their total from 108 to 151 out of the 179 needed Coneheads. There were so many Conehead deliveries that I might have forgotten a few. The list of Coneheads at JFK is listed here. 9052, 67, and 9141 were delivered in between previous updates, but were not mentioned by me prior to this point. There was a gap between 9176, which was delivered on July 4th, and 9173, which was delivered on July 30th. It seemed like the option order 2s took a little break. There was a slight pause, but it wasn't too major in the grand scheme of things. When 9121 was delivered to JFK on October 7, 2024, it marked the fact that we only have 100 more Nova buses left to be delivered to MTA Bus. 9171 was seen on the way on August 15th, while 9177 was seen on the way on August 25th. Both units are now in service. 9072 was delivered straight to Far Rockaway, just like 9057, 9071, and 9152, while 9324 visited Far Rockaway on August 16th, but did not enter service on any of its routes. Far Rockaway retired 4239, 4246, and 4384, ending the Spectrum era and the 4200 series era once and for all out of both JFK and Far Rockaway. 4246 was the last Spectrum left at Far Rockaway. Its last run was conducted on July 11, 2024 on the Q41. With that, here are the following Next Gen units that are still located at Far Rockaway that I know of. While JFK retired 4105, 56, 58, 69, 43, 54, 65, 98, 45, 14, 23, 54, 63, 46, 33, 37, 41 to 42, 45, and 47, reducing their overall Lithium Next Gen count from 48 to 28 Next Gens, which are all listed here. 4105, 69, 4365, and 4514 were sent to Zerega as training buses. Their XD40 and Lithium Next Gen counts were on par on July 26th, when the last XD40 to be delivered, 9352, entered service. They loaned the following 6 units to Spring Creek between July 10th and 12th.
Oh shoot! JFK is expelling those Orions like my unpaid workers. Getting beaten down by Coneheads like Notsky from DDLC. They should be ashamed of themselves. And 4246's loss is tremendously felt by Far Rockaway fans, but I'll probably be over it by tomorrow.
LaGuardia got 9163, 80, 89 to 91, 93 to 97, 99 to 9200, 9202 to 06, 10, and 16 to 25. 28 more units, increasing their total to 31 Coneheads. Those units are listed here. Why are you taking units from JFK's a lot? 9220 was the 200th MTA Bus Conehead to enter service. The delivery pace began rapidly accelerating for LaGuardia Depot in August and September, as JFK's Next Gen count dwindles. So now the focus shifts towards LaGuardia a little bit. 9202 was spotted on the way on July 28th and arrived on August 23rd, while 9191 was spotted on the way from Never on September 18th. Both units are now in service. After a break from June 27th, 9201 returned to service on July 11th and broke down the same day. 9198 did break down on the Q100 Limited on October 9th. They loaned 4359 to Ryoc on August 16th. They got 4119, 4278, and 4601 back from College Point, as well as any other loans College Point might have had in their possession that were Next Gens. In exchange for 9272 to 9277, 6 units, XD40s, which went there on August 1st to August 2nd to sub in for all the Next Gens College Point is making. They retired 4008, 4011, 60, 85, 97, 4119, 30, 4183, 96, 4208, 53, 59, 69, 76, 78, 4375, 4509, and 4530. They have 68 Lithiums now, listed here. Damn, we stuck with the boring Next Gens now, only 2 of which are Spectrums. 4262 and 4274. 4119, 4278, and 4601 have been on hell of journeys. Originally being at depots like Baisley Park, they were shifted to JFK, then to LaGuardia, then to College Point, then back to LaGuardia again, and then retired, sent to Eastchester scrap. After serving as very effective loans and old gen killers and XD40 shifters to College Point, they are now finished, except for 4601, which is still alive. Damn, those buses have been on a hell of a journey. Very special Next Gens. The amount of Spectrum killing after they receive their Conehead flurry is crazy, and definitely constitutes a war crime. 4008, 4097, 4119, and 4276 were sent to Zerega as training buses. I'm glad that they sent to Spectrum. Catch the remaining few Spectrums while they're still left. In total, as Spectrums, 4247, 4262, and 4274, 3 units are the last ones. 6169 to 70 were trackable on the MTA Bus website on August 7th. Meanwhile, the Flatbush XD60s headed back to their depot. 6173 was the first to return, doing so on August 28th. The last loan from Flatbush to LaGuardia, 6170, returned on August 30th. The summer loans at LaGuardia have now all returned. It seems like Flatbush will be giving their units to LaGuardia every summer rather than Stengel doing it. This is good, as LaGuardia got to use 2019 XD60s rather than 2017 ones. College Point received the following Next Gen loans. They also received these loans. 4256, a former JFK Spectrum, had a College Point sticker for a little while. It's unknown what its history with the depot was. They got a few Next Gen loans from LaGuardia throughout the summer, but as formerly mentioned, received 6 XD40s, 6 2023 XD40s, 9272 to 77 from LaGuardia between August 1st and 2nd as long-term loans, which they've been using to this very day, to diminish the need to constantly borrow Next Gens from LaGuardia, as they now begin their retirement process. However, they also grabbed a few Next Gens from Baisley Park, using 4122, 65 to 66, 4210, 4520, and 4522, 6 out of Baisley Park's 8 remaining units throughout various points in the summer. Currently, 4166 remains there from Baisley Park, along with the 6 XD40s. It is a refresher to see blue and gold XD40s at College Point.
College Point is a kiss-up. Always teabagging LaGuardia for no reason. But that Baisley team-up was cool. I'd like to see them use buses from them more often.
We also have some C40LFs displaying M103 codes at Spring Creek as of August 27th. Throughout mid-July, MTA Bus had an astounding series of MCI D4500CL and Prevost X345 transfers, which were seemingly for no reason at first, but the real reason was revealed later on. They wanted to make LaGuardia a fully Prevost depot. As of July 18, 3289 was the last D4500CL assigned to LaGuardia Depot. Here's the list of moves and transfers which MTA Bus took to ensure that LaGuardia became fully Prevost. Although it might seem a little convoluted at first, it did have an overall purpose. With that, some D4500CLs were even given to Eastchester, including some 3100s. I can't even recall the last time I've seen 3100s at Eastchester, and I definitely wasn't expecting one of them to show up right in front of my house, which occurred on July 15th. This was done to allow fleet solidification at Baisley Park, Far Rockaway, and LaGuardia depots. That way they can all have fully Prevost depots in terms of their express fleet. At least the depots that gave Prevost still get to keep a few. The moves began on July 13th and ended on July 29th. 1500 and 1381 transferred MCIs 3289 and 3325 out of their respective depots. 1500 bumped 3325 out of Far Rockaway, and 1381 bumped 3289 out of LaGuardia. 3289 was sent to Eastchester, while 3325 was sent to Spring Creek on July 29th. These were the last buses for their respective depots. For a little while, you were able to see buses with their Far Rockaway or LaGuardia stickers before the depots that got these hand-me-downs replaced them. Not like us moment. 3082, Yonkers' last 2005 D4500CL, was thought to be retired on July 21st, as it hadn't run since February 16th on the BXM-1. However, it returned to the scene on September 17th on the BXM-4, spotted on the radar by yours truly looking for material to report on. 3007, 3020, 3040, 3066, and 3082 are the last 3000 series units of the 2005 batch of D4500CLs left in the MTA, located at College Point, Eastchester, and Yonkers. Having those 05 CLs amongst the rest of our 2006 to 2007 CLs is pretty badass. It makes something rare to catch before the new batch of Prevost Express buses arrives eventually. LaGuardia, after receiving the extra Prevost, gave out a few Prevosts as loans to a few depots in August. Lastly, we had the following 5 Prevosts be loaned from LaGuardia to Yonkers Depot in September.
Yo, it's your boy Neutro. I can't believe all these eye-turning moves which MTA Bus has engaged in during these past couple days. If you ask me, it's a bit much, just like my presence in this video. At first it just seemed like they were moving stuff just for the heck of it, but then it became crystal clear in the following days that they were merely shifting stuff around to pave the way for new fleet uniformity for 3 MTA Bus Company depots, with LaGuardia and Far Rockaway joining the Prevost pack. I definitely approve of this move. I feel bad for the depots that got saddled with the older CLs, though. Oh well.
Thanks to Next Gen retirements at JFK and LaGuardia. At Zerega, 4008, 4097, 4105, 4119, 6985, 4276, 4365, 4514, as well as various other Next Gen training units are all located there. 3964 was sent from Zerega to scrap, while 4141 and 4345 were removed from scrap on July 16th. 3960 was also sent to Long Island for official scrapping as of August 16th, marking our first official lithium unit that we ever received that is now fully no longer in existence. 3677, the very last old gen left in the system, was scrapped on August 23rd, being sent from Zerega to Eastchester scrap. Additionally, as of October 5th, it is prepared to be sent to Nassau County for official demolition, along with 4068 to 69 from Fresh Pond. which will really mark the end of an old gen era. It is now, therefore, no longer in training duty, and there are no old gens that are left in training duty at Zerega or at any of the MTA depots. Y'all are freaking stupid, man. If y'all retire all the old gens without preserving at least one, oh, I'm gonna have a field day on y'all. I'm gonna drop a... Okay. Meanwhile, 470 on the B-16 crashed into a Burger King on July 25th, ended up at Eastchester Scrap on August 20th, and was confirmed to be retired there on August 27th. So we lost another C-40LF, guys. 7548 was removed from Eastchester Scrap on August 25th. They could be looking to repair that unit as well, the same way they repaired 7507. But damn it, send it to Gun Hill! Regarding buses that were not in service for a while, 1306 is back in service after a hiatus from 2022 to August 27, 2024. 5311 at Kingsbridge is also back in service as of August 28, 2024, after nearly a year of being out of service. Meanwhile, in terms of new deliveries, we are only waiting on the LFS Coneheads, as that is currently in progress, as the XD40 order for MTA Bus has now been completed, with all allotments being fulfilled as of July 25th. All 116 of MTA Bus's required XD40s have been delivered and have entered service. They were delivered between October 13, 2023 and July 25, 2024, entering service between October 20, 2023 and July 26, 2024, starting with Eastchester, going to LaGuardia, then going to JFK for a little bit, then back to LaGuardia, and then ending at JFK. Eastchester has 34, LaGuardia has 40, 6 of which are shared with College Point, and JFK has 42. And they have done their job effectively at helping to retire the Lithium Next Gens at the depots. This was a very, very efficient delivery and marks the completion of one half of the 289 diesel order for MTA Bus, while MTA Bus still receives Order 1 and Order 2 Coneheads from their 135 and 173 bus orders. Meanwhile, we do have a few Coneheads ready for delivery at the Nova Bus plant in Plattsburgh. The said units that are ready for delivery are 9023, 9092, 99, 9120 for JFK, as well as potentially more 9220s, 9253, 56, and 9268-70 for LaGuardia. Now, there were more units there, but many of them have since been delivered to JFK and LaGuardia, which is showing a potential rebound story for Nova. It is confirmed that JFK will get 179 Coneheads, while LaGuardia will get 83. JFK's allotment ends in 9188, while LaGuardia starts at 9189. Or, at least that's how it was supposed to go down, until LaGuardia started doing some random stuff. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll just have to wait and see. With 46 Coneheads having been delivered to Baisley Park completing their allotment, 151 to JFK and 31 to LaGuardia, 226 out of MTA Bus's 308 needed Coneheads have all been delivered, and many of them have entered service. With less than 100 Coneheads left to be delivered to MTA Bus, the era of the Orions as a whole at MTA Bus has almost come to a close, with the Lithium Next Gens being the last stand of Orions left at MTA Bus. As formerly mentioned, only 3 Spectrum Next Gens, 42, 47, 62, and 74, remain in MTA Bus, being able to be seen at Eastchester and LaGuardia depots. Not counting the 9 or more Next Gens left at Zerega, around 174 Next Gens remain in service in the MTA, with 111 of them being located at MTA Bus, 28 at JFK, 68 at LaGuardia, 8 at Baisley Park, and 7 at Eastchester. Our Next Gen totals are definitely dwindling and will likely be gone by mid-2025. Meanwhile, Eastchester still wants to hang on to a few, kind of like how New York City Transit hung on to a few Next Gens for a little while from 2022 to 2023. Just let them vibe out with them. They'll get rid of them eventually. And never forget, in terms of who did it better between New York City Transit and MTA Bus, always remember, MTA Bus did it better. And of course, special shout outs to Brian Mercy, 1022, Kingsbridge Viewer, Non-Aggression, Jake Sir, and many others for helping me keep track of all the deliveries and retirements. Credit to all the people who contributed in some way, shape, or form to the making of this video. Your hard work and effort is definitely appreciated. Thank you for tuning in to the MTA Bus Combined Fleet Status of Next Stop News. I'm trying to get these videos out for you as quickly as I can because I know how patiently all of you have been waiting for them. Please subscribe, stay blessed, stay healthy, stay hype, and thank you for riding with Next Stop News. And Here is the featured photos section. Enjoy.